The day before that, I posted a picture of my 4-year-old holding her Jasmine, Princess Jasmine Barbie. And I made this post about how when I hear songs like Stand By You, not only do I think about you, but I think about my kids. And I think about women specifically, because I think that, and I know this, but we've been raised to wait for the prince to come along and do the thing. And that's very much in the zeitgeist. It still is. And we're changing that narrative. But there's also a way in which, and Priyanka Chopra said this to me last week, and I posted this clip of her saying it. She said, there's a way in which women sometimes don't fully stand in their light. They don't fully stand in their power. They feel as though they need to somehow dim their light. Whereas potentially, if a man was doing it, they'd be like, good for him. Look how awesome he is. He's writing his own rules, blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes with women, we'll be harder on women than we will be on men, right? And the reason I'm talking about this in connection to radical empathy, and the reason I'm talking to you about this, and the reason I'm talking about it when we just played Stand By, I'll Stand By You, is because you're not just doing this for your customer. You're doing this for the women around you. We are building right now, this moment in history is a major pivot. It's a major pivot where women are starting to say, I am the CEO and I'm the mom, and I don't have to trade my time with my kids to do it on your terms. My friend Kate Northrup talks about how if you look at just the biology of men and women, we have a monthly cycle, right? We get our periods once a month. That's a full month of one thing that, kind of comes, it waxes and wanes. Their cycle is 24 hours. It's a totally different thing, right? They move at a different pace. And so we've been asked to move at their pace, right? And we've done it. And we've been like, of course I can do it. And give me that pantsuit and I will sacrifice my kids and I will make partner and I'll be at this office later than you will be. Who says that we have to do it that way? We don't. And so I want you to get that this is not just about having empathy for your customer. This is about having empathy for yourself, and it's having empathy for your daughter and her daughter and the women around you who you're going to start to show a whole new model. Yes, Tim Ferriss says that you can have a 4-hour work week. You're saying something else. You're saying, I'm going to do what I love. I'm going to do it from home. I'm going to do it with passion. I'm going to do it on my terms. And I'm not going to give up things that somebody else tells me I have to give up in order to be like somebody else. Is anybody feeling this? Type a 1 in the chat if you're with me. Yes. So this matters so much to me. And I'm saying it because part of what you're going to do today is really understand who your customer is and make them the hero and understand what lights them up, what makes them cry, what breaks their heart. And I feel like I know enough to know that we are in alignment on this, that you want to rise and you want to help women around you stop apologizing and start thinking that they can't fully step into what they want. And I've literally lived this over the last 5 years, watching my husband. His job became irrelevant, not just because it became irrelevant in our family because I was making, 17 times what he ever could make in a year, but also because his company, this very steady thing, got bought by another steady company, and now he had nothing to show for it. And it was always this crazy thing that I was doing on the side to build a business around empathy, to do something I loved. How crazy is that? So much better to pay your dues and work for someone else that's so much more secure. No, it's not. And we're not going back. We're not going back. You will see that when COVID is in a different place, people are going to start to say, why can't we work from home? Why can't we do things on Zoom? Why do I have to go back? I woke up during that time. I want to be with my kids. I don't want to put on that suit and jacket. I don't want to have 4 extra meetings. I want to do something I love. So we're here. Okay. And I just want to point you in this direction to understand that it is time to design your life. It is time to design your life with empathy, not just for her, but for yourself and for your children and for the people around you who you're going to say, I literally got a message 2 minutes before I went on from another peer of mine who said, you just gave me permission. Now you're doing these mini episodes. You're making it super smooth. You're still, you've got your kids. My husband hasn't even been home in 9 weeks because he's with his family because he has a dying parent. And I'm still doing what I'm doing. And she's like, you gave me permission. I'm doing it. I'm doing daily episodes. I'm like, of course you can. Why does it have to be on somebody else's terms? You're going to start to give other people permission that they can make a living knitting and playing with flowers and helping people, just creating community. Yes, 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 yes.